If you want to learn my personal trading strategy on how I trade stock options, purchase my ebook located in the description below. And without further ado, let's move on with the video. So what are some stocks that I'm looking out for tomorrow? So the stocks that I'm looking out for tomorrow, or I should say I'm looking out for this week, is ASML, AMD, Pepsi, Adobe, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, Shell, and Merck. Those are the stocks that I'm looking out personally for tomorrow, and I'm basically going to watch over these stocks over this week, basically. And so starting off with ASML. So ASML has finally broken above the 9 and 20 day moving average. The next thing that ASML needs to do is it needs to break the 50-day moving average so we can see further continuation towards the uptrend from ASML. AMD right now, basically it's having trouble with the 9 and 20 day moving average. When was it? Friday, it had trouble breaking the 9-day moving average, and basically it got rejected by it. So unless AMD breaks the 9-day moving average, once AMD breaks the 9-day moving average, we'll see further continuation towards the uptrend. But right now it looks like it's having trouble right now. And then Pepsi right now, the good thing about Pepsi right now is that it finally broke above the 9-day moving average, but right now it looks like it's having trouble breaking the 20-day moving average. But looking closely, it looks like right now it's above the 20-day moving average. So with that in mind, the next moving average that Pepsi needs to break above is the 50-day moving average, so we can see further uptrend from Pepsi. And then Adobe, it looks like so it looks like Adobe is above, well, right now it's below the 200-day moving average, but it's above all the other moving averages. So once Adobe breaks above the 200-day moving average, then we'll see further continuation towards the uptrend from Adobe. And yeah, okay. McDonald's. So right now McDonald's is basically above the 9 and 20 day moving average right now. And it looks like, when was it? Wednesday, McDonald's had trouble breaking the 50-day moving average. So once McDonald's breaks the 50-day moving average, we can see further uptrend from McDonald's. Coca-Cola. Okay, Coca-Cola right now, it looks like it's already used. Well, it's already above the 200, the 20, and the 9-day moving average. Right now, it's having trouble breaking the 180-day moving average. And it's basically right now, Coca-Cola is using the 200-day moving average as support. You can see that this candle on Monday uses the 200-day moving average as support. The Tuesday candle used it, and the Friday candle slightly used it, but not really. It barely touched it. So once Coca-Cola breaks above the 180-day moving average, we'll see further uptrend from Coca-Cola. Johnson & Johnson. It looks like, so it's above the 180, 200, the 9, and the 20-day moving average. So basically, the next thing that Johnson & Johnson needs to do is to break the 50-day moving average. And so far, it's looking good for Johnson & Johnson. But yeah, basically Johnson & Johnson needs to break the 50-day moving average so we can see further, uptrend from Johnson & Johnson. Shell right now, Shell is below all of the moving averages right now, but if you take a closer look at the specific level of support, right now Shell is at this level of support around 64. Oh yeah, I want to say it's on a support level around 64, and then the next level of support is around, I want to say 63. So anywhere from 63 through 64 right now is basically the support level for Shell right now. And basically, if Shell can maintain that level of support, then I guess Shell should be good for now. But if Shell does decide to shatter that level of support, 63 through 64, then we could see more downtrend from Shell basically. And then it looks like Merck. So Merck right now is above the 9 and 20-day moving average. It's slowly approaching the 50-day moving average. If Merck can break above the 50-day moving average, then we'll see more uptrend for Merck. But if it gets rejected by it, I'm personally looking out for Merck to bounce off the 20-day moving average as support, and then to see if Merck can possibly bounce off of it and break through the 50-day moving average. And so those are my thoughts of with these stocks right now. And so basically right now I'm in my Pepsi trade. Right now the Pepsi trade is down $665, and basically, am I worried? Not really, because from what I've I guess you could say from what I've told you guys is that basically oversold mega cap stocks basically always make a comeback. You saw it with Tesla, you saw it with Meta. What was the other stock that just did all of a sudden like a huge move? Microsoft was one of them too, but not really. But you can see that Tesla at one point was at $200, and then I think it was right Tesla. Yeah, like at one moment Tesla was around $200, and then all of a sudden it just skyrocketed to $345 to where it's at right now, right? And so basically, to know what the next stock that could, go up all of a sudden is by using this website called finviz.com. All you do is just search for mega cap stocks, right? And then it's just going to show you a list of stocks, right? From worst to best. And then basically you analyze that list, you draw out your levels of support, and then if you decide to get into an entry point, you get into an entry point where that specific level of support that you drew out for that specific stock, right? And so basically right now it's saying that finviz.com is saying Adobe is the worst performing stock, and ASML is the second worst performing stock right now out of the mega market cap stocks, right? And so I personally feel like these two stocks will make a huge comeback. Will it be by the end of this year? Probably not, but it will probably make a big comeback by the end of before next year ends. You know what I mean? So obviously it's a little too early to tell what will happen with these stocks, but we'll keep a close eye on these two stocks, obviously, because I do feel like that is what's going to happen with Adobe and ASML, or really any of these other oversold mega cap stocks right now. I feel like they'll eventually have to go up. Meanwhile, the high ranking mega market cap stocks right now will rotate out, like they'll go down eventually. And so that's pretty much it basically. I'll see you guys in the next video, and if you want to use that website, it's called finviz.com. It's totally free. And if you guys want to learn how to trade options like me, I created an ebook. It's available in the description below, and it's available for purchase. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, take care and bye.